Pool bonding is a critical safety measure that ensures all exposed metal parts around a swimming pool are at the same electrical potential. This prevents electric shocks if a swimmer comes into contact with both the pool water and an ungrounded electrical component. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, requires that swimming pools be bonded to the electrical system and to the reinforcing steel, or rebar, within the concrete pool structure. The purpose of this bonding is to create an equipotential plane, meaning that all metallic objects within reach of a swimmer are at the same voltage. This minimizes the risk of electric shock by preventing voltage differences that could cause current to flow through a person's body. The NEC mandates the use of number 8 solid copper wire, or larger, for pool bonding. This wire must connect to the rebar of the pool structure and to the grounding terminal of the electrical distribution panel. It is important to note that simply driving a ground rod next to the motors does not satisfy the NEC bonding requirements and provides no increased safety value for swimmers. A ground rod provides a path to ground for the electrical system, but it does not establish the equipotential plane necessary to protect swimmers from shock hazards. The bonding wire should also be connected to any metal components around the pool, such as conduit, piping, and other metallic structures. This ensures that all exposed metal parts are electrically connected, further reducing the risk of voltage differences. The bonding grid should extend at least 3 feet horizontally from the inside walls of the pool and should be connected to the pool's reinforcing steel. This creates a comprehensive equipotential zone around the pool, protecting swimmers from potential shock hazards. The connection points for the bonding wire should be accessible for inspection and maintenance. Proper bonding is essential for swimmer safety. In situations where the original bonding grid has been disrupted, it is crucial to restore it to meet NEC requirements. This involves running number 8 solid copper wire from the pool rebar to the grounding terminal of the electrical distribution panel. Ensure all metallic components are properly connected to the bonding grid. Do not rely on a ground rod as a substitute for proper bonding. A ground rod does not create the equipotential plane necessary for swimmer safety. The NEC guidelines are in place for a reason, and it is important to adhere to them to protect pool users from electrical hazards. Firstly, ensure the bonding wire is number 8 solid copper or larger. Secondly, connect the wire to the pool rebar and the grounding terminal of the electrical distribution panel. Thirdly, bond all metal components around the pool to the grounding system. Fourthly, verify the continuity of the bonding grid to ensure all components are properly connected. Fifthly, conduct regular inspections of the bonding system to identify and address any issues. The NEC provides specific guidelines for pool bonding, including section 680.26, which details the requirements for equipotential bonding. This section outlines the specific items that must be bonded, the methods of bonding, and the acceptable materials for bonding conductors. Failure to comply with these requirements can result in serious electrical hazards and potential injury or death. The bonding system should be installed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with the NEC requirements for pool bonding. The electrician should inspect the existing bonding system, identify any deficiencies, and develop a plan to correct them. The plan should include the installation of new bonding conductors, the repair of existing connections, and the testing of the completed system. The testing should verify the continuity of the bonding grid and ensure that all components are properly connected. The bonding system should be inspected regularly to ensure that it remains in good condition. The inspection should include a visual examination of the bonding conductors, connections, and equipment. Any signs of corrosion, damage, or loose connections should be addressed immediately. The bonding system should also be tested periodically to verify its effectiveness. The testing should be performed by a qualified electrician using appropriate test equipment. The test results should be documented and kept on file. Proper pool bonding is an essential safety measure that protects swimmers from electrical hazards. By following the NEC requirements and ensuring that the bonding system is properly installed and maintained, you can significantly reduce the risk of electrical shock and ensure the safety of pool users. Remember that a ground rod alone is not sufficient to provide the necessary protection. The bonding system must create an equipotential plane that minimizes voltage differences and prevents current from flowing through a person's body. If you have any questions or concerns about pool bonding, consult with a qualified electrician who is familiar with NEC requirement. They can provide you with expert advice and ensure that your pool is properly bonded for safety. It is also important to educate pool users about the importance of avoiding electrical hazards. Post warning signs around the pool to remind swimmers to stay away from electrical equipment and to avoid using electronic devices near the water. Teach children about the dangers of electricity and the importance of following safety rules. By taking these precautions, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and ensure the safety of everyone who uses your pool. In summary, pool bonding is a critical safety measure that protects swimmers from electrical hazards. The NEC requires that swimming pools be bonded to the electrical system and to the reinforcing steel in the concrete pool structure. The bonding wire must be number 8 solid copper wire or larger and should be connected to the rebar of the pool and the grounding terminal of the electrical distribution panel. A ground rod alone is not sufficient to provide the necessary protection. The bonding system must create an equipotential plane that minimizes voltage differences and prevents current from flowing through a person's body. Ensure that the bonding system is properly installed and maintained and that all pool users are aware of the potential electrical hazards. By following these guidelines, you can significantly reduce the risk of electrical accidents and ensure the safety of everyone who uses your pool. Furthermore, consider the specific requirements outlined in NEC Article 680, which covers swimming pools, fountains, and similar installations. This article provides detailed information on bonding, grounding, and other electrical safety requirements for pools. It is essential to consult this article and follow its guidelines when designing, installing, or maintaining a pool's electrical system. Some key aspects of Article 680 include requirements for bonding metal parts of the pool structure, such as ladders, diving boards, and handrails. It also specifies the types of equipment that must be grounded, such as pumps, filters, and lighting fixtures. The article also addresses the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, which are required for certain electrical circuits around pools to provide additional protection against electric shock. It is important to understand the specific requirements of Article 680 and to ensure that your pool's electrical system complies with these requirements. Failure to do so can result in serious electrical hazards and potential injury or death. In addition to the NEC requirements, some local jurisdictions may have their own electrical codes and regulations for swimming pools. It is important to check with your local building department to determine if there are any additional requirements that apply to your pool. These local requirements may be more stringent than the NEC requirements and may address specific issues that are relevant to your area. It is also important to consider the age and condition of your pool's electrical system. If your pool is older, it may not meet current safety standards. It is recommended to have a qualified electrician inspect your pool's electrical system and identify any deficiencies. The electrician can then develop a plan to upgrade the system to meet current standards and ensure the safety of pool users. This may involve replacing old wiring, installing new GFCIs, or upgrading the bonding system. It is also important to maintain your pool's electrical system properly. This includes keeping the equipment clean and dry, inspecting the wiring and connections regularly, and replacing any damaged or worn parts. It is also important to avoid overloading electrical circuits around the pool. Do not plug too many devices into a single outlet and use extension cords only when necessary. If you notice any signs of electrical problems, such as flickering lights, sparking outlets, or a tingling sensation when touching metal parts of the pool, turn off the power immediately and call a qualified electrician. Remember that electricity and water can be a dangerous combination. It is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. By following the NEC requirements, local codes, and good electrical safety practices, you can ensure that your pool is safe and enjoyable for everyone. Furthermore, consider the importance of regular maintenance and inspections of the pool's electrical system. This includes checking for corrosion on bonding wires and connections, ensuring that all equipment is properly grounded, and testing the functionality of GFCIs. Corrosion can weaken bonding connections and reduce their effectiveness. It is important to clean and protect these connections to prevent corrosion. Grounding ensures that electrical equipment is properly connected to the earth, providing a path for fault current to flow and preventing electric shock. GFCIs are designed to detect ground faults and interrupt the flow of electricity, providing additional protection against electric shock. It is important to test GFCIs regularly to ensure that they are functioning properly. In addition to these maintenance tasks, it is also important to keep the area around the pool clean and free of debris. This can help to prevent tripping hazards and reduce the risk of falls. It is also important to keep electrical equipment away from the pool water. Do not place radios, televisions, or other electrical devices near the pool, and do not use extension cords to power electrical equipment near the pool. If you have any questions or concerns about pool electrical safety, consult with a qualified electrician. They can provide you with expert advice and ensure that your pool is safe for swimming. Remember that pool electrical safety is an ongoing process. It is important to stay informed about the latest safety standards and to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. By following these guidelines, you can help to ensure that your pool is a safe and enjoyable place for everyone to relax and have fun.